Hi everyone. So in this video, I'm going to go over a letter that I have for you to assist with your shadow work if you are healing from grief. So number one, we need to be able to identify what is grief. Am I grieving? And how and where in my body is it being kept? So grief is the result of trauma. Grief can come from the result of loss. Grief can come from the result of unfinished business between people, places, and things. When I say unfinished business, I'm meaning something that we wish we could have done better, something we wish we could have done more of, something we wish we should have done less of. It's these conflicting emotions that are the result of something that is traumatic or a loss of something. So grief is an emotion that we tend to hold and store within our body, within our muscles, within our chakras. And it acts as if, when there is a clogged drain, there's no water that's going to flow through. So you can think of the water being something that you're really trying to manifest, whether this is a new love partner, whether this is more money in your life, whether this is improved health. That water, that goodness, can't run through the drains because it's clogged with the energy of grief. So this letter that I have for you is really going to help you to transcend the grief, transcend the painful cords coming from or that are a result of grief or the loss of someone, the trauma that was painful cords in general. So some other tips that may help you with this letter when you are ready to move forward after you've identified, yes, there has been a significant loss in my life, whether this be from a relationship, a person, a job loss, a home loss, changes in career, whatever it may be, some major change leaving you feeling like something should have been more, something should have been done better. These unresolved emotions that you're holding. So now we know when you're ready to move forward, which this is going to come at different points in your life, and you may need to revisit this time and time again. And I also want you to use this letter for not just one person, place, or thing, one trauma. You can use this, fill in the blanks, for anything, any trauma in your life and throughout your life. So as you're doing your shadow work, you may say, you may have a list of different traumas, people, places, or things that you're trying to let go of and move forward from. It's fill in the blank, so you can use it just as a template and incorporate this in many different ways. So use this in privacy. I was going to say secrecy. Use this in privacy. You don't want to have to feel like, oh my gosh, I feel this way. I see the story this way. My perspective is this way, and it may not be right. It may not be accepted. It may be shamed. We don't want any of that. This is between you and spirit. This is between you and your body. A lot of empathic people merge energies with other people as a means of safety. So in childhood, if you were empathic, you may have developed this sensitivity to awareness of your environment, people, places, and things because you didn't feel safe. And so with this heightened ability of connecting with other people, we tend to merge into people, places, and things when we really shouldn't. So I talk about a lot in spirituality how it's a paradox and there's irony. So we talk about this unity, but yet separation, right? So when we look at separation in a positive light, in which we do have here in the third dimension, one thing you can help yourself is to separate yourself when you feel you're merging with other people. And when you are taking on other people's energy. Separate yourself. This will help you to be more present in your own energy. A lot of times if we're merging with people, places, or things, it's to try to get some form of, is this safe? Am I safe? And am I going to be accepted or validated by this other person, place, or thing? Usually stemming from not having that safety or validation or sense of belonging in childhood. So in childhood, until I believe you're around 7, you're in theta brain state, which you're absorbing, and learning, forming how you process things, how you process the world, how you view the world, how you see things, and how you're going to interpret your life, your events that are happening for you, with you, and around you. So we need to have some sort of separation in this ritual, and seeing that you are not necessarily the abuser. You are not necessarily the place where the abuse took place. A lot of times when there is a significant trauma where we feel an immense amount of grief, there's the person that may have abused you, and there's a place. So all of that energy is tied to how you are storing energy, how you're processing the event, and how the pain cords are existing between you, that person, place, and thing, and the trauma or the actual event. So this is all about self-recognition and separating. I am not that abuser. I feel fear because I'm still painfully corded to this abuser, but there should be the separation. So, and I don't need that validation from anybody. I don't need validation from anyone that this was a painful event. I don't need validation from anyone that this person hurt me. I don't need validation that I can no longer be with that toxic ex. Whatever it may be, this is about you finding peace and resolving the pain cords that are existing within your energetic space so that you can let that water flow down the drain and move forward. When we have these blockages, again, these cords, these painful cords, pain and grief and shame all usually go hand in hand, and it blocks us from receiving. I talk about this a lot, how the things that are for us are already within our field. And it's just about how quickly or when the right time is for that energy to begin to flow into your life. So when you do this, you might start to get that payout that's rightfully yours once you clear the drain, once you detach and release the painful cords that have been holding you back. So when you're ready to move forward and you feel you deserve the peace from the pain, this is a really good exercise to help assist you in your shadow work. Some other things I want to talk about in regards to healing grief is that it looks so different for each and every person. Sometimes it is, unfortunately, the loss of a child, which is very different than grief from healing from somebody that's abused you. It's very different from grieving the loss of a mother that's still alive that you just know is toxic and there can no longer be a relationship. All of this is so dynamic and different with each person, but I think that if you can detach from the pain and allow divine cosmic love and divine cosmic energy, whether you call this God, source, the universe, to run through you and to clear you, you can begin to transcend the pain in your life. So finding some sort of ritual that may be helpful with this letter can be like lighting candles, spiritual baths, spiritual anointing of oils, cleaning your home, doing altars, whatever it takes to assist this ceremony. It's up to you and it's personalized. Let your spirit guide you, and you will begin to feel an instantaneous shift in your life. So hope this is helpful, and you will find in this journey that I'm going to attach in this letter that you can use interchangeably with whatever or whoever you are cutting the cords and breaking yourself free from the pain in the past so that you can move forward in the future. Thank you.